Hey, it's Bill here, and here's my thoughts on how the Leafs have been playing in the last while. Well, I thought I'd share my thoughts on Toronto Maple Leafs in the last little while. Obviously, I didn't share them last night because the blue language that would have came out of my mouth probably not be appropriate for anything on YouTube, so I thought I would have a sleep, try to calm down. I don't know if I've got there. I'll try to keep it the best I can. Here's my thoughts. Okay, the Leafs have now struggled for, I would say, probably about the last 5-6 games. What do I attribute it to? Well, your goalie can't make a save. So the last couple games, Campbell's been off since the Montreal game, and obviously Ridge last night was... The third goal doesn't... The Höglander shot it at your chest and it went through. I don't know what to say. Fair enough. We can also focus in on the defense. Certainly the defense has been at its worst point this year, for sure. The only really consistents back there are... I thought Dermott was playing well, so to pull Dermott out for Sandin was just... Keith just doesn't get it. And I'll share you why in a second. But, you know, you've got a pretty consistent Brody. I thought Bogosian's played well. Riley has been absolutely awful for about a month now. The turnovers, the flying all over the place. It's getting ridiculous. He wasn't doing that at the beginning of the year. His play has tailed off considerably. Hall's getting tired. I think 29 minutes for a guy who was averaging about 12 minutes before this season. It's starting to show. Maybe a little rest. Muzzin's starting to slow down too. They're not playing as well, no doubt. So goalies have been bad. The defense has regressed. But again, maybe I'm not the one who's absolutely overly concerned about this. There's things more concerning than this. I think the defense will come back. The goalie, maybe that might be an issue, but I like Campbell's attitude. I think he'll be fine. We take a look at the forwards. Matthews is playing hurt. Been playing hurt all season, and he's got a 9-goal lead. I don't think Matthews is the problem. Marner's Marner. He's going to do how she goings. He's going to set up a beautiful goal like the shorthanded goal for Brooks last night, and then he's going to do the nonsense of the too many how she goings and get picked off by Ehlers and get a breakaway back the other way. That's Marner. Now, I could have a whole different rant on his contract, because Marner's contract is the worst in the NHL, but this is not my time to do that piece. Tavares, Nylander, last couple games have looked really good. I think Tavares' play has certainly picked up, and I've got a theory on why that's picked up, but hold on for that. And then, you know, consistency from the forwards. I mean, like, really, the last two games, they've got 40 shots. They're getting their chances. Okay, we hold on there. This is where I lose my absolute mind, okay? I am going to read to you Joe Thornton's stats in the last 17 games that he's played. Everyone ready? What I suggest you do is go to the goddamn donut shop and grab a donut, because that's his stats. 0 goals, 0 assists, 0 points in 17 games. Yet, in the last 17 games, he's played on the first line. And when he played on the first line, Matthews and Marner's didn't get points. Hence, 0 points in 17 games. It's tough to get points when the guy you're playing with hasn't got a point in 17 games. They then take him down to the second line. All of a sudden, Matthews and Marner start to score. But Tavares and Nylander, 0 points. They take him off that line and put him down to a third line with Jason Spezza, who was playing well before Joe Thornton showed up. What does Tavares and Nylander start to do? They start to score points. What happens to Spezza? 0 points. This charity tour with this old fart is an embarrassment. Sheldon Keefe, I've lost all respect for you to put this prick in the lineup. If you take, this is a charity tour. It's embarrassing. The Leafs haven't won a cup in 54 goddamn years. And you want to put a charity tour out there who ruins every line he's on. He can't skate. He can't pass. He, last night on his first shift, saw Jake Virtanen and bailed. He got the bucket out and said, "Oh, I want no part of that." If you watch a Joe Thornton game and think that Joe Thornton is playing well, I've got news for you. In my opinion, you're a moron. I hear he's really good with the guys. That's fantastic. Put a goddamn Carlton, the friggin' bear mask on him and let him be the mascot. You're telling me one other player on the Leafs goes 17 games without a point, and we're not talking about him? His average ice time is not 8 minutes a game. He gets second power play time and sometimes first power play time. Yes, I said that right. 0 goddamn points and on your first power play. He needs to be in the press box. You cannot, he doesn't kill penalties. Last night, he won a face-off and Chris Cuthbert and Jim Houston couldn't, oh, Joe Thornton, oh my God, well, he won a face-off. What a great play by Joe Thornton. No one mentions that he didn't get to the boards after winning the draw, right? No, and I forgot that one. No one talks about where he throws pucks back to his own bench while we're making a change, so we get a too many men on the ice penalty against Winnipeg. Nope, forgot about that one. He gets the boards, he throws around the boards. He's Dmitry Zaitsev, or Nikita Zaitsev. Gets it, bangs it off the boards. He hasn't done an offensive, 0 goddamn points. If I go back, it's like 1 in 24. Why do we have to take this charity tour? Here's the thing about Joe Thornton. His self-awareness has got to be 0. If he doesn't understand he's playing like crap and costing the team, then he's a moron. The only person that could actually appreciate his play, I bet his mom and dad are pissed off. Maybe his wife. I don't know. Kids probably think it's cool. I don't think it's cool. It's 54 goddamn years without a cup. Here's our best chance, and we decide to play a guy with 0 points in 17 games. Oh, I get told Pierre Engvall's bad. Well, Pierre Engvall's got points in 17 games. And kills penalties. And can actually skate. Granted, I don't really like him. He's playing like terrible. But he's got more points. Here's another thing. Just to get on these charity tours. Because Patrick Marleau's another goddamn charity case. This nonsense of taking these old farts and letting them play and break Gordie Howe's record, would you like to know how many? But I'll give Patrick Marleau credit. In his last 17 games, he has 2 points, which is better than Joe Thornton. How does Marleau and his charity case do? How's San Jose doing? Take the charity tour. This is not fun. There's nothing enjoyable about this. These media people, you're watching hockey. Do you not understand that these guys are jokes? They're jokes. Joe Thornton, we got him for the playoffs. Oh, did you? We got him for the playoffs. How many playoff games has he won? How many playoff series has he won? He's in the negative. Stanley Cups, he must have a ton of them. I've always disliked the way that Joe Thornton played. Matter of fact, one of the best coaches ever, Pat Burns, disliked it too. Want to know why? He's 6 foot whatever and never gets a puck in the corner. I saw Jesperi Kotkaniemi knock him down. I didn't say that differently. Kotkaniemi knocked him down. He couldn't get the puck off a 140-pound wet guy. Enough is enough. I don't know what you have to. Here's what's going to happen. I was talking with a couple of fans. They think, oh, well, when Foligno gets in, and then I guess Hyman will come back from injury, hopefully, because we need someone like him. Who's going to come out of the lineup? And everyone goes, well, they're going to leave Galchenyuk in the lineup. No, they won't. Because Galchenyuk actually goes and gets pucks and scores points in the last 17 games on the first line and actually does some credible work. No, they will keep Joe Thornton in the lineup. I'm not joking. He'll be in the lineup. They'll pull Pierre Engvall and Alex Galchenyuk out. But Joe Thornton, he'll find a spot. And we're going to sit here with the concept of the weakest link. If anyone remembers the Washington series, our weakest link was Martin Marincin. In Game 6 on overtime, who's covering Marcus Johansson when he scores the overtime goal? The weakest link. This prick, Charity Case, he should be like the old little pony. Go in the press box, get the boys some popcorn, get some coffee for them, make them the drinks, put the mascot on, cheer for them all you want. Just don't put on any skates and bring a stick and get on the ice. Because he's going to cost us. And Sheldon Keefe and Kyle Dubas, how you've watched these games, justify why this guy gets ice time. Announcers, would you mind mentioning the fact that he's got 0 points in 17 games instead of giving him, the Hart Trophy for winning a faceoff? I can't handle this anymore. The Leafs are 54 years into a Stanley Cup drought. We don't have time for charity. Get rid of this prick. Or you leave him in the lineup and watch what happens. Get him a suit, dress him up with Manny Malhotra. Maybe he can coach the power play because Manny's not having a good time doing it. Remember when Montreal Canadiens put Dennis Savard, who was very similar in a similar situation? They dressed him up as a coach and put him out there, and they won the Stanley Cup in '93 because they actually knew that the guy was done. Put him as a coach. Fair enough. Putting him on the ice is an embarrassment to himself because he's embarrassing to watch. Our team, the Leafs organization, because they support this Charity Case. And as a fan, it's absolutely atrocious. These people that also grade games, giving Joe Thornton B's and C's? Are you kidding me? The game last night, tell me what he did right. Just give me one example of where he won a puck and took it to the net. He did the one pass where he passed it all the way down the ice. He got the icing call. Except he was... Fair enough. That's enough of my rant. Hopefully they do turn around. Even if they get good goaltending, they win those 2 games. I'm not worried about anything else. I'm worried about this weakest link. Solve that, the Leafs will be fine.